What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. If you didn't know, I am rolling out daily Manchester City transfer updates throughout the whole of January for you guys to stay up to date with here on YouTube with all the latest Manchester City transfer news. So if you haven't already, do subscribe to my channel. Now less than 700 subs away from my goal of 34,000 subscribers. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email us in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships or any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up. 300 likes is the aim, and do get your thoughts in the comments below. Now I want to speak about today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by Kitbag. It's that time of year again. It's Chinese New Year. The last shirt that they released last year was on sale for less than 24 hours. It was hot in demand. It sold out. You couldn't find it anywhere. That much so, it became a limited edition, very rare Manchester City shirt. And this year's 2024 shirt has dropped. You can go and check it out. You're going to have to be quick. Links and details, they are in the description. As I said, if it ends up going like hotcakes like last year's one, then it's not going to be available for long. It is available right now. Links and details, they're in the description. Do go check them out. And a big thank you to Kitbag for sponsoring today's video. So, we've got no ins to talk about. We've got no contract news to talk about. But we do have a couple of outs. And the first player I want to speak about, Kalvin Phillips. This is very much a winter-January transfer window that belongs to Kalvin Phillips, because I seem to be speaking about him so often. In fact, I don't think I've spoken about Kalvin Phillips in the 18 months that he's been at Manchester City as what I have this month in speaking about him potentially leaving Manchester City, which tells you kind of what kind of transfer this was in the first place for Manchester City. So, the Daily Telegraph, they have said that Barcelona and Atletico Madrid, they want Kalvin Phillips on loan from Manchester City this January. They are, at this moment in time, only keen on a loan, not interested in a permanent transfer. At least we know where we stand. We know that they're not interested in an obligation to buy. Barcelona have no money, and Atletico Madrid, to me, are a strong team, in particular in midfield. Would Kalvin Phillips get himself into either Barcelona's or Atletico Madrid's midfield? I have my doubts about it. So why would you want to leave Manchester City's bench to go and join somebody else's bench? Blows my mind. It doesn't make any sense. And thankfully, Fabrizio Romano has put further clarification onto this story and said that financial fair play simply will not allow Barcelona or Atletico Madrid to sign Kalvin Phillips from Manchester City this January, with the loan fee being set by Manchester City at £6 million, which is too expensive for them. I am almost certain, I'm 95% certain that Kalvin Phillips, if he's loaned out by Manchester City this month, it will be to another Premier League team. Was reporting yesterday, of course, lots of interest in the Premier League, but there's lots of hurdles to get over. The biggest of them is that loan fee. Lots of clubs not happy about spending £6 million to sign Kalvin Phillips, and that's what I was speaking about yesterday. That's Man City's price that has been set. If teams don't want to pay it, then they have to offer something else to Manchester City to appeal to us to allow him to leave. Teams are hoping the longer this goes into the window, with Man City promising Kalvin Phillips to leave on loan this month, that Man City will buckle. They'll end up saying it will be an option to buy, not an obligation to buy. You won't have to pay as much in wages, and you're not going to have to pay as much in a loan fee. Basically making Manchester City a charity case. Man City relaxed about the situation, but we don't seem to be getting the ball rolling. Clubs are interested, but nobody seems to be moving from interest into actually making a move, and that's always the first thing that we're looking for when it comes to a transfer. Newcastle thought about making a move. They wanted to pull out, but they are still interested. Juventus, the exact same. Thought about making a move. An offer did come in. Man City said, no, this is what we're looking for. They decided they're not going to take that any further and already dropped out of the race, but do remain interested in signing Kalvin Phillips. So where is Kalvin Phillips going to end up? How is this situation going to get resolved? Because right now, less than 2 weeks left of the January transfer window. Something has to give. Something has to happen for Kalvin Phillips to leave Manchester City, because if he doesn't, he won't be on the plane to Germany in the summer for the European Championships with England. It is pretty much, in my opinion, as simple and as straightforward as that. So Kalvin Phillips' agent seems to be working overtime to try and get something sorted. Clubs are interested, but they're not making a move. Man City don't want to buckle on the price. How are they going to get this resolved? This is going to go, I'm almost certain of this, this is going straight straight to transfer deadline day unless some major development does happen in the next week or so, and I just don't see that being the case. There isn't that much money knocking around. How is this transfer going to get sorted? Are Man City keen to keep Kalvin Phillips here at the club instead for the remainder of the season? Remains to be seen. Anyway, moving on, we've got the very latest on Erling Haaland. Now, Cadena SER over in Spain have said that Jude Bellingham, he's friends with Erling Haaland from their time at Borussia Dortmund. Apparently, Jude Bellingham has been speaking with Erling Haaland to try and convince him to join Real Madrid. Now, Real Madrid may want to make a move this summer. There is a release clause active. It's a very high price. There was some rumours knocking around about 100 million euros. It's a lot more than that. You'll be looking at somewhere between 150 to 200 million euros. It's a very expensive transfer, and I don't think Real Madrid right now are that keen. I would say the likeliness of them making a move this summer rather than next summer is pretty slim. I think they fancy next summer, 2025, because they want to keep an eye on what happens with Pep Guardiola's contract situation, which is again something we were speaking about a few videos ago. So Real Madrid, I think, are just getting things out there in the media. It's very much what Spanish media outlets are like. You do have to take everything they say with a pinch of salt, but they don't report on things for no reason. They always say important things reading between the lines rather than the actual words that they are saying, and how I'm interpreting this, and the article even said, so they made it crystal clear here, Real Madrid aren't going to make a move for Erling Haaland this summer. Erling Haaland, I am very confident when I say this, he will stay at Manchester City. He'll still be a Manchester City player past this summer. Real Madrid are just playing a little game. There's a player they want more than Erling Haaland right now, and that player's name is Kylian Mbappe, who's currently having contract renewal talks with PSG that's always breaking down. Who on earth knows what's happening there with that transfer, but Kylian Mbappe is a player that they want at the club. I found it particularly interesting in saying that they're reporting on Erling Haaland here just to try and unsettle that situation, because Real Madrid very much fancy trying to take Kylian Mbappe away from Paris Saint-Germain rather than trying to prize away Erling Haaland from Manchester City right now. So it is very much a smokescreen to try and force a move here for Real Madrid to try and get them to go for Kylian Mbappe instead, and to try and put a bit of pressure onto Mbappe's cab and onto PSG as well. Spanish sources, man, they are a different ball game to everybody else, but that's very much what's being reported right now. I don't expect Real Madrid to make a move. I imagine for Erling Haaland, I don't imagine that they'll want both Mbappe and Erling Haaland in their team, unless they are very much looking towards a Galactico squad again, which it's Real Madrid, anything is possible. It just becomes very difficult to compete in a financial fair play where you've got Atletico Madrid and Barcelona can't afford a loan fee for Kalvin Phillips, but Real Madrid can afford a Jude Bellingham, a Kylian Mbappe and an Erling Haaland. Really? Really? Yeah, we're going there. We are going there. So we'll see what the developments are on that. When I do get the news, of course, I will keep you guys up to date with my daily Manchester City transfer news. So if you haven't already, do subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. Do leave a thumbs up. 300 likes is the aim. Do get your thoughts in the comments below. I want to say a big thank you to Kitbag for sponsoring today's video. Do remember, go and check out the special limited edition Manchester City Chinese New Year shirt whilst it's still available. Links and details, they're in the description, and I'll see you all again religiously tomorrow for the next daily Manchester City transfer update. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.